Good evening, everybody. Give just another minute or two, see if anybody else is going to join at the start. Hey, it's 6:01 p.m. We've got everybody registered for tonight's hearing is currently in attendance. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we've got the recording started and we'll begin collecting transcript. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the public hearing for the air quality permit application for Mercer Group International of New Jersey, Incorporated, for the operation of a new track shredder at the Trenton, New Jersey facility. Next slide. My name is Brent Schick. I'm a managing consultant with All4 LLC. We are a multidisciplinary environmental consulting firm, and we're representing Mercer Group in tonight's hearing. I'm joined by my colleague, Merritt McGlynn, and we'll be presenting on behalf of Nick Pasidi from Mercer Group, who's also present in tonight's hearing. Next slide, please. First, a few comments on the format of the meeting. First, all attendees are invited to give comment, but we ask that this be done at the conclusion of the presentation by either raising your hand by clicking the raise hand button in the meeting or stating the question in the meeting chat. When providing comment, please tell us who you are and who you represent. Please be respectful of all parties when presenting your comment. This presentation is being recorded through Microsoft Teams, and a transcript of the meeting, as well as a recording, will be available on NJDEP's website after the hearing. At the conclusion of the public comment period on October 28th, 2023, NJDEP will review all comments received and Mercer Group will respond. Next slide, please. So in summary, we'll discuss the purpose of tonight's meeting, share the legislation and compliance statement, introduce Mercer and the proposed project, discuss the environmental and health impacts of the project, and close with public comments. The purpose of tonight's meeting is to give the public a forum to share comment in a public hearing setting related to the proposed project for Mercer Group and NJDEP's consideration. This is a requirement under environmental justice law and New Jersey Administrative Order 2021-25. The public comment period began on August 29th upon publishing the notice in the Times of Trenton, and it runs through October 28th, 2023. All comments received tonight will be on the meeting transcript. Additional comments can be sent to Nick Pasidi or directly to NJDEP. Nick Pasidi's contact information is here on the slide. All comments will be reviewed by DEP and responded to by Mercer as required at the closing of the comment period. Another important contact for your consideration is David Pepe. He's the director of DEP's Office of Permitting and Project Navigation. Questions or comments about the public hearing process or environmental justice law can be directed to David Pepe or his office. Review of the health and environmental impact on communities is required when reviewing certain permit applications in certain communities. And the Administrative Order 2021-25 outlines the process that must be followed to comply with environmental justice law. The public notice, tonight's hearing, and the response to public comment are being conducted in accordance with this process. Next slide, please. So who is Mercer Group and what is the transfer station and material recovery facility? Mercer Group is a family-owned business. They're serving the region and operating a facility in Trenton. Facility collects various types of waste and recovers materials for recycling to reduce the amount of material being sent to landfill. The facility is permitted to process up to 1,500 tons per day. The facility currently has and operates in compliance with its air permit. The Mercer Transfer Station and Material Recovery Facility submitted an air permit reconstruction application to DEP on September 13th, 2021 to install a mobile wood material shredder, also referred to as a track shredder. The shredder would allow for grinding operations of wood, would produce wood fines for reuse. As these operations will be conducted at low speed, the shredder is expected to produce low amounts of dust. This proposed equipment would operate for an amount of time not to exceed 10 hours per day and 6 days per week. And it has a low potential to emit particulate. And as stated before, this project would decrease the amount of material being sent to landfill. And no part of this project is to request an increase to throughput at the facility. Next slide, please. So discussing the environmental and health impacts, a maximum potential to emit, or PTE, from the wood grinding would occur in completely dry conditions. And those are calculated to be 3/4 of a ton of total suspended particulate per year. As these operations are expected to occur with some moisture or under high moisture conditions, it's expected that the PTE would be even lower. The actual emissions would be even lower than the calculated PTE. On considering the applicability of a risk screening evaluation, no toxic substances identified in New Jersey Administrative Code 727, subchapter 17, table 1 were identified in the emissions profile. So no risk screening evaluation was deemed necessary. No additional waste throughput is being proposed in the application, and this facility will remain a minor source of air emissions with use of the mobile shredder. That concludes our presentation. Now we can move to open the floor to public comment. As I said before, if you wish to make any comment, please either use the chat function or raise your hand in the Teams meeting. So Melissa, as we have everyone that has registered for the public hearing tonight in attendance, we have no additional registrants. We propose to hang on the line till 6:30 to see if anybody else joins. If anybody joins, we rerun the presentation and provide that opportunity for comment. Otherwise, conclude at 6:30. Okay, we have a hand raised. Melissa?
Hi, I was just responding to what you said, and that's a good plan.
Okay, thank you for that. Just as a reminder to everybody, the opportunity to provide comments for consideration by Mercer Group and DEP on this project and the proposed application runs through October 28th. It is now 6:30 p.m. We have no additional attendees or requests to make comment. Therefore, we will conclude tonight's public hearing. On behalf of Mercer Group, thank you for your attention and good night.